We lost a soldier, a good one last night, man, on Halloween. Any words from the section?
Los Angeles was shattered by devastating news. Big U, one of the city's most respected community leaders, lost his son in a tragic late-night shooting, shaking the very soul of South LA. From rival sets to regular folks just trying to make it through the week, everyone felt the same mix of disbelief, heartbreak, and pure exhaustion. People weren't just mourning another name on the news, they were grieving someone real. Baby U wasn't some random headline. He was family to the streets, a familiar face who carried the weight of his father's legacy with pride. Those who saw him grow up knew his smile, his energy, his respect. He represented hope for a better future, and now that hope feels painfully stolen.
Y'all want to sign too, Grimy? Look at these two dudes, Uiie and Nipsey Hussle. On the block.
What is that, girl? What you filming on? That's
I'm on Instagram.
out here for real, man.
On Instagram.
Looking up.
Look at this
You said got it.
Ain't nut. I love nut though.
Very well known Crip got killed tonight. He has one son that plays for the Chargers and one son that does not. And I don't know which son it was that got killed. I think it's the son who doesn't play for the Chargers.
According to early reports, the chaos broke out late Friday night outside a smoke shop near 69th and Slauson in deep in South Los Angeles. Around 11:11 p.m., LAPD's 77th Division rushed to the scene after a burst of gunfire echoed through the block, sending bystanders running for cover. Witnesses said the victim, later confirmed to be 34-year-old Baby U, had been walking toward a parked car when shots suddenly erupted from inside the vehicle. The scene turned deadly in seconds. By the time officers pulled up, it was too late. Baby U was already gone.
Hey, boy.
Hey, man, I had called you right before I started this reaction. I know it was early. I apologize.
Nah, you know I'm up early anyway.
Okay. So I went on and started doing it anyway, and it wasn't really much to say, report, or read. And you called me back in the middle of the reaction. So I just, want something more official, close to the streets, close to the family. We lost a soldier, a good one last night, man, on Halloween. Any words from the section?
No suspects were seen, no cars chased, no arrests made, just flashing lights, empty shells, and a street full of confusion. People nearby stood frozen, asking the same question over and over. How could something like this happen right here again? What hit people the hardest was one strange detail. Reports say Baby U walked up to that car himself. In Los Angeles, that's not something you just do. Out here, everyone grows up with their guard high, eyes sharp, and instincts built for survival. You don't step toward danger unless you're sure it's safe, unless it's someone you trust. That's why the streets started buzzing. Online whispers turned into full-blown talk. People saying this didn't feel random, that it might have been a setup. The idea hurts, but so does the silence that followed. Right now, nothing's confirmed, just speculation and heartbreak. What we do know is cold and clear. Another son of LA is gone, and Big U is left carrying a pain no father should ever feel.
I mean, the section is devastated. We already know the climate of the streets right now, and that wasn't the area to be around, to be hanging around in.
What particular area was it exactly?
That's off Fig. I think it was like, 60 something in Fig. They say it was like closer to the Menlo side, but we know Fig ain't the place right now. It's hot, period.
Yeah. It's going down big on Fig.
Not long after the news broke, voices from all over the city started speaking out. Rapper Spider Lock, a known Crip affiliate and respected figure in LA's street scene, went live to share what he'd heard from people close to Big U. His tone was heavy, the kind that comes from hearing something you wish wasn't true. According to Spider Lock, word around the streets was that Baby U had already been warned not to slide through that spot, the orange side. That area is no secret. It's deep in Hoover territory, a zone known for tension and old rivalries that never really died down. He said it straight, claiming Baby U might have walked into danger that night against advice from those who wanted to keep him safe. The city listened, and the pain behind Spider's words hit hard.
Yeah, so it was, he's been hanging out down there for whatever reason. I don't know the specifics of why, but he was told to be cautioned or to avoid that area. So I got a call a couple of weeks ago that he was down there. I got the call from the other side, from the orange side, and it was like he shouldn't be over there, and he was identified. And 2 weeks later, this happened.
Spiderlock didn't stop there. He shared what one of his contacts from the neighborhood had told him. According to that source, someone from that area supposedly called ahead, warning Big U's people directly, saying, "Your boy can't be over here." That line hit hard because it sounded more like a final warning than simple street talk. But reports say Baby U went back anyway, maybe to meet someone he trusted, maybe even a girl. Whatever the reason, that move might have sealed his fate. Spider said it with pain in his voice. That decision could have been the one that cost Baby U his life. If that's true, it shows just how thin the line between peace and chaos really is in Los Angeles. One bad call, one wrong street, one familiar face pulling up in the wrong car, and everything changes in an instant. The city knows that story all too well.
Known to be at a residence over there, or just, was it a female he used to with?
Well, I think he was dealing with a female because he kept going down there. Then that's when I got the call that he shouldn't be down there. But this particular, the incident supposed to happen by the smoke shop over there.
Yeah, that smoke shop, that term is just starting to sound exactly what it sounds like. A shop where you can't get.
There was one part of Spiderlock's live call that had people scratching their heads. In the middle of the conversation, he mentioned Baby U being in his mid-20s, even though records show he was actually 34. Some brushed it off as a quick slip of the tongue, but others couldn't help wondering, was that a sign that even those close to the situation didn't have the full story? Miscommunication spreads fast when emotions run high, and that night, confusion mixed with grief in real time. Still, no one doubted the heartbreak behind Spider's words. Whether his details were off or not, the pain was genuine. Every voice in that live chat, from locals to fellow artists, felt the loss like it was their own brother gone.
Man, I hate to hear
you
that,
know,
man.
these shops is like traps nowadays.
Yeah, they change.
It's where it's a high traffic at. You be liable to cross the enemigo. So
Definitely. And usually try to miss each other, but the moments is unpredictable, man, especially like you say with the climate in the streets right now. How old was he?
that's a good question. I want to say that Uiie was like 26, but don't quote me on that one.
Okay. I know.
I think he was in his mid-20s.
To outsiders, hearing that someone could be banned from a neighborhood might sound wild, even ridiculous. How can anyone claim ownership over streets the community doesn't legally control? But in Los Angeles, those boundaries are real. Invisible lines drawn decades back and guarded through generations. They're not on a map, but they shape how people move, who they talk to, and even where they can safely breathe. And lately, those lines haven't just been tense, they've been bleeding again, spilling over in ways that remind everyone how fragile peace truly is in this city.
I know the night Big U came home from prison, one of his sons had a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and I was there. I've never been able, since they've been older, to figure out which one it was. Make you the Rock and Corrupt.
Yeah, Uie's the baby brother.
Okay.
There's Mike. There's Dion. He's in the middle. And then Uiie.
Have you got a chance to speak to his father?
This tragedy didn't happen in isolation. It hit right in the middle of a storm that's been slowly brewing across Los Angeles. The city's been heating up, and fast. For nearly 3 years, LA had been surprisingly calm, one of its quietest stretches in decades. But recently that peace started cracking. Back-to-back shootings, quick retaliations, and rising tension on every corner. It's like the old ghosts of the streets are waking up again. Even the OGs, the street veterans who've seen it all, are speaking out. Some of them been posting messages saying, "Pray for LA," like a cry from the heart. When the ones who've already survived the worst start asking for peace, you know something's seriously wrong. The vibe in the city feels different now, heavy, uneasy, like everyone's holding their breath waiting for what's next. The rhythm that once defined LA, the energy, the pride, the community, feels cracked and tired. This time, it's not just about beef or blocks, it feels like the city's spirit itself is breaking again.
Nah, not yet. I think they on lockdown. I just got word yesterday they was on lockdown. I ain't even heard about no lockdown to now. But I did notice I haven't spoke to them in about 5 to 6 days.
Okay.
So
We make sure
sometimes I thought that'd be due to the minutes.
when you do talk to him, make sure you send mine personally, and then just from the Black Box as a platform. I know that got to be a cold way to deal with this type of news, being in them places.
Yeah, that's definitely not the news he wanted to receive right now. We've been on a good positive vibe too. So
Yeah, I know when it's a situation like this, it's not much to be discussed in public unless you're one of them weirdos, man. I sure appreciate you.
And with the Olympics right around the corner, the pressure in Los Angeles is sky high. The whole world's about to turn its eyes toward the city, and the authorities know it. They're already locking in, tightening control, and ramping up efforts to clean up the streets before the spotlight hits. But that kind of pressure doesn't just bring order, it brings desperation. More police, more surveillance, more people trying to survive in a system that's ready to sweep them aside. And when folks feel cornered, they make moves that can change everything, sometimes forever. For Big U, the pain cuts deep. This is a man who spent years fighting to turn chaos into peace, mentoring the youth, squashing beefs, and building bridges where there used to be walls. Yet now he's facing the very nightmare he's worked his whole life to stop, losing his own blood to the same streets he tried to heal. The tragedy feels cruel, almost unreal. Baby U's death isn't just another headline, it's a symbol of how fragile peace really is in this city. In LA, even the strongest names can't outrun the weight of history, the pain of legacy, or the pull of the past. The city doesn't need more smoke, more beef, or more revenge. It needs healing, love, and unity right now. If you've been following this story, keep Los Angeles in your prayers. Drop your thoughts below, share this message, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because the streets are watching and this story is far from finished.